Hey there friends, it's Nick and I've decided today to strike a small blow for individuality, at least my own individuality. I'm going to run a little experiment. This is episode 430, by the way, of the StoryHacker podcast. So I've never really been a suit and tie kind of businessman. I mean, even the first day I turned up at IBM, I went in kind of jeans and a t-shirt. And it's definitely true that I've worn suits and ties for important things when there are people that needed impressing, and in general through my business life, when I've been going to see a client or meeting a new client, I've worn a shirt and worn a jacket, and I've been kind of keeping that up with this new business, with stories, and also through COVID and through lockdown, all these kind of Zoom meetings, I've generally worn a jacket, but it doesn't feel comfortable to me, it doesn't feel natural. And today I'm lucky, I've got what looks like it could be a really interesting lead, a guy with a really interesting business. And as we've talked about before on this podcast, what you want to do when you meet someone for the first time is give them as much value as you can. We give before we get, right? If we're in a story-driven business, we give before we get. So, my goal is in that half an hour or so to give him as much help and advice as I can about the business he's building, but I'm going to do it in just my t-shirt, and I'm going to see what happens. And maybe, there are plenty of studies that show that how important first impressions are. Hey, you've only got 6 seconds to make an impression, Nick. What you better look the part and say something intelligent straight away. But I'm going to put that aside because this is a little experiment to see actually whether it makes any difference, because so often in life, we end up repeating patterns, repeating habits, doing the same thing because we never really know. And today I'm going to give it a go and see whether I feel different or whether the response is different, and we'll take it from there. So you'll be hearing this the day after the meeting. So we'll see what happens. But in any case, this is a Saturday episode. Thanks for listening, and remember, your story means business.